Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Silver Moon Cat. Today I have decided to do something a little bit different. I am going to review a tarot deck. This is the first time I think I will be actually reviewing a deck rather than doing an unboxing. This is a deck that's been with me since I believe 2015. It's called the Radiant Rider-Waite. This deck is by US Games Systems Inc. and you can read what is written on the box. If you want, you can pause the video. The box, as you all can see, has held up pretty well. Nothing fancy, but it did come with a little white book. Unfortunately, I think I have kept it somewhere else and I can't find it, but this is the box. It also came with two title cards, and if you talk about the cardstock, it's glossy. It's not crazy glossy like the Radiant Wise Spirit, but it is glossy. I mean, yeah. These are the backings of the deck. Not a very big fan of the backings, to be very honest. I prefer the universal Waite any day over this. In fact, the universal Waite has one of my favorite tarot backings. Yeah, hands down. Alright, so we will begin with the majors. Now, a couple of things about this deck is that when I got this deck, I really was desperately looking for a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. Basically anything that could get me away from the original Rider-Waite, which I completely detest for obvious reasons. And I'll do a video on that deck, I think, hopefully. But anyway, coming back to this. I was looking for a deck which would replace it, because at that time I was not aware of the various other options that are available apart from the Rider-Waite-Smith clones, which can be used for tarot divination. Alright, so my biggest problem with this deck is the way the faces are recreated. I love the colors, I adore the colors, but the facial expressions put me off. The hideous borders put me off, and also it's just it feels very strange whenever I look at such cards, especially like the High Priestess. She's supposed to have a blank expression, but just look at her face. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but they did a not so impressive job. And then my biggest gripe with this deck is that the Empress card over here, and by the way, stunning colors, but the Empress card has 11 instead of 12 stars on her crown. Now these 12 stars, guys, they represent the 12 signs of the Zodiac. You cannot make a mistake like this. You have to have 12 stars here. You cannot have 11 stars. You just can't. So that alone is like a trigger point almost. There is one other card which I will show you all, where it will be beyond doubt what I've been trying to say about the facial expressions. But till then, you'll enjoy the color palette and the fact that it is a very vividly colored deck. But look at the faces of the Sphinx. It's like they're almost rolling their eyes, like. Which is a shame, because I love the colors of this deck. I love the midnight blue over here. I love the way the lantern light is glowing and popping. I would say that if anyone wants this deck as a collector's item, it's fine. I mean, look at this Justice card. She looks angry. She's not supposed to be angry. Look at the beautiful purple. It's like hot and cold. I see the colors, I'm like, you take my breath away. And then when I see their faces, I'm like, why? Okay, the Death card I like in this deck because you can see very clearly what's going on in the background. Temperance and Angel looking extremely get out of my way, kind of angry, when this card is all about being gentle, about being patient, about mixing fire and water. And the card which really will show you all what I'm trying to say as far as facial expressions are concerned is tada! Look at the devil, guys. Look at him. What kind of devil would have expressions like this? Yeah. What a pretty color palette. And that's the world. We move on to the minors. Okay, now I am not only going to talk about the negatives, there are a few positives also. So the next biggest positive of this deck is the fact that all the aces have the glowing hand, which is something that went missing from a lot of the Rider-Waite-Smith clones, but it's there here. So I mean, it is what it is. This is an almost perfect RWS deck. And I don't get it. Why write the majors in numbers, but the minors are like in words, the numbers? I don't get it. These are a few things which yeah. As you can see, the blues are popping, the greens are popping. It's any card that doesn't have humans or any kind of faces on it. Look, it's so pretty. There are a few minors which I really thoroughly enjoy looking at in this deck, which I will show you all in a bit. Shout out to Black Cat who's sitting at her Majesty's feet. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Definitely love looking at the aces of this deck. For sure. I think the 8 of Cups would be one card that I would really like, color palette wise and imagery wise in this deck. This is the 5, 6, yes, and the 6 also. It's so pretty. You can't miss anything. You can't miss this dude in the background. You can't miss. No, it's a shame. Even this card for that matter. Look, guys, look. Like, it's just popping out so beautifully. Look at the 8 of Cups. So, yes, I mean, the 10 is so pretty. It's a deck that I had tried to work with as far as I remember, but the facial expressions just put me off. This deck will photograph very beautifully though, especially the aces, the Hermit card, of course. Any card that has basically blues in this deck is just very pretty to look at. Even the red pops out, the grays, the red. Even the knight over here is looking pissed off. See. I would honestly see, now this is what I love about this deck. This is very prominent, the choppy waters and then the calmer waters. It's very prominent. This can also be a meme. Me after I look at the radiant right away tarot. Alright, we are at the courts of the sword suit. See, even the horse is looking like everyone's giving like this weird eye roll, like this. I feel. Oops, sorry. Ace of Pentacles, and again, shout out to Glowing Hand. 2, 3, 4. Notice the buildings in the background, which you probably wouldn't notice in quite a few decks, but this deck makes things pop, which is what is so awesome about it. Look at the transition from dark blue to light blue. I mean, yeah, look at her face. That's one page that's looking really pissed off. Knight, Queen, and King. Alright, so this was my walkthrough come review of the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. I am actually going to rate this, since this is a review. I am going to give this deck 2 out of 5. And the reason why I'm being so harsh with my rating, like 2 stars out of 5 stars, is because this deck had so much potential as far as being in that high up category was concerned. But the reasons that I've mentioned as I was walking all through it is just what made me give this such a low rating. For anyone who's a tarot beginner, I would suggest that only if you don't get your hands on the universal Waite, y'all can buy this. Otherwise, this deck can be easily avoided as an addition in your collection, specifically because of the Empress Crown glitch that has very unfortunately happened. I wish all of y'all a lovely day wherever y'all are. I really hope y'all enjoyed this review of mine. I will see y'all in the next video. Have a lovely day and blessings.